Kodak Black versus Boosie. Now, family, Kodak Black has been tweaking a little bit, okay? He's been in the news for some things, including his current beef with Boosie. Let's get into it, okay? Now, let's start with what put him in the news to start with, okay? A few days ago, Kodak was driving while drinking lean straight out of the bottle.
What?
Let's check it out. This nigga is drinking cough syrup straight out the medicine bottle. Okay, listen, I tell you all the time, Kodak is literally in my favorites and my personal favorite rappers of all time. The boy just too tweaked out these days, man. The boy got the McDonald's top on it. Like, nigga, for what?
I'm sipping that drink raw. I'm sipping that drink raw. I'm sipping that drink raw. I'm sipping that drink raw.
We got to get Kodak sober.
Straight up.
Now, I'm going to tell you why I say we got to get Kodak sober. You notice in this video, he's wearing a chain, right? You see this chain? Okay. Now, this chain is rumored to cost $800K.
What?
Now, if you ask me,
this nigga was clearly lying.
But let's tap in and take a look at it, all right? Let's take a look at it. This is the so-called $800K chain. Now, I will say this. He had to be on drugs if he spent $800K on it. Let's start there. Okay. And I can't even read what it says. You would expect for $800K, it would be very crystal clear. So Kodak Black got on Twitter to confront Boosie Badazz. This is what he had to say. Where the hell Boosie at? Fam was just the spokesman for this shit. Now ain't got nothing to say. These niggas bullshit. Now, family, if you do not know what he's referring to, he's referring to the Young Thug snitching allegations. Now, of course, Boosie is currently, getting ready to turn himself in to federal penitentiary. But guess what my dog Boosie said?
Today I got time, cuz.
He still found a little time to get back at Kodak Black. Let's check out what he had to say. Now, first, he sends a tweet back. He says, Kodak, believe me, when it's time to speak on a situation, I'm gonna speak, but it's business. I get a bag to speak on these situations. And believe me, somebody coming with it. And you wrong. I shouldn't have energy at all for this shit with what I'm going through. And you must be still mad by my remarks about you. Man, let that shit go, man. And admit you regret it now. Your career been downhill ever since. You fucking over your legacy, man. You're gonna be known as a drug addict before your talents. On top of that, you check PC, my nigga. Come on, man. You walked to the left when you got off the bus. The whole Fed system will tell you this. I don't want to go back and forth with you. Get off the drugs and go get you some fucking help. You in the wrong, nigga. Hashtag you not one of us. Oh my goodness. Look at what Kendrick has started. Hashtag you ain't like that again, Kendrick. If you like that, Boosie, you need to come on, man. You know what's so funny about this situation? Rarely do I really agree with Boosie, but in this one I do. I actually agree with Boosie. YAK, you gotta sober up, twin. You really ain't been you. Your music has somewhat falling off. Now, Boosie also threw up a little video. Let's check out what Boosie had to say.
Everybody in my DM talking about, niggas speak on the thugger shit. Man, check this out, bro. When it's time for me to speak on anything, I'm gonna speak on. Whoever put me on their couch, bro, I'm an open book.
So basically, he's letting it be known, nigga, you can pay for that, okay? You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I blame Vlad for this. Back in the day, if a nigga wanted to say something, a nigga might call up the radio station and just start venting on the radio station. Call Hot 97, call Breakfast Club, whatever it may be. Now, the media, the content game, has created a space where a rapper like Boosie can go sit on Vlad TV and make 10,000, 20,000 just to give his thoughts on something that at one time you just did for the culture.
Speak on them and tell how I feel, and I'm gonna keep it real about the situation. That's Boosie, huh? But somebody gotta put me on that couch, better do that. But at the same time, I shouldn't even have no energy for this shit. Like, all this shit I'm going through right now, like, man, I shouldn't even have no energy for it. You know, I can't be going back and forth on no internet, but like, especially with YAK. Little nigga, you know, I'm trying to get the same thing you got from the same people.
When Boosie is saying, I'm trying to get the same thing you got from the same people you got it from, he's speaking about a pardon from Trump. Again, Boosie is preparing to do fair time. He doesn't know how much time he's going to get currently, but he is looking to get a pardon, okay?
Other than that, bro, like, yeah, when it's time to talk about any situation, you know how I'm coming. You know, I'm going to tell the truth how I feel about any situation.
I do agree with Boosie, though. Again, right now is not the time to be worried about what Young Thug and Gunna and who's snitching and who's not. But at the same time, Boosie does need to collect as many bags as he can before he gets locked up. Of course, he has music coming. He's been promoting... Auto. He's been promoting credit, things like that. So, again, I want to see Boosie get the bag if he is going to speak about it. But Boosie does have a lot going on. I don't think we got any more with Boosie speaking about Kodak, but we do have Kodak giving us a freestyle. Now, family, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the freestyle, at minimum, is decent. I felt like we got, you know, a little, you know, here's and there's of the Kodak that I really once knew, but I could be wrong. Let's listen. You let me know, all right? The first thing I noticed, family, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, this is sponsored by 10 Ball. Now, I'm not sure, family, and you notice Kodak has one in his hand. Now, I'm not sure, family, if y'all have ever drunk a 10 Ball, but it is like 10% alcohol. That's just, for a beer, it is basically malt liquor, okay? They gave him the bag, but I don't know if it's worth it to drink 10 Ball. This is like drinking Steel Reserve, okay? Maybe even worse than drinking Steel Reserve, okay? See, look, he hit that bit, and you can tell he tweaking off the rip. Look. He like, oh, shit. Boy, this shit hit crazy. Okay, let's lock in.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
What the hell? YAK! Hold up! YAK! YAK, is that you? Nah, that sounded like the YAK I know. That definitely sounded like that YAK I know, family. What y'all felt about that? By the way, Inner City G's.
You the man. You the man.
I appreciate you. All right. Listen, family. I felt like YAK got in his bag on that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. All right?
On my whole.
But okay. Let's keep it going. Where do we want